So I cry sometimes when I'm blind and
Just keep my head and I
feeling a little peculiar.
Wake
So
in
I
the
wake
morning and
and
it's
it's
outside.
take a
Take
deep
a deep breath and
get
get
real high and I scream the top of my lungs. What's going on?
And I say,
What's going on?
what's going on?
Yeah, as you can imagine, folks, it's pretty hard to get things synchronized when there's a delay. But welcome everyone to CinemaQuestria Riffs.
And also the good, possible, indisputable fact why we will never come together to form a barbershop quartet.
Because there's 3 of us.
No, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
No, wait. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I see 3 images there, and
Yeah, that's because it doesn't have yourself on there. That's why.
every other program I've used does have me there, so special snowflake.
At least we're being...
So anyway.
Why don't we get started, shall we, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first of all, before we get started for everyone, what we're doing today are old Nintendo cartoons. Now, I believe all of these were made by Dick Entertainment, right? Yeah, I know. How apropos a name. I know
How about all pretty much terrible video game adaptations for TV were made by Dick?
You can't make this stuff up. You really can't.
One could have also thought, well, when they created this company name, like, could this in any way be bastardized at any point in the future?
The thing is, though, what's hilarious now, Dick then got bought by Cookie Jar. Cookie Jar is now owned by DXX. MLP, Sonic, and Nintendo cartoon crossover go.
Yes.
Yes, all my money. I would so fund this.
This seems like a worse idea than
Any other
things that are
fanfiction
bad ideas.
crossovers?
No, like a worse idea than the Halo MLP crossover fan fiction I've seen.
That's actually a thing?
Yes.
I prefer the Tetris. What was the other thing? I can't think of it now.
There's probably a
come to
Tetris
me.
Friendship is Magic one.
No. It was something more ridiculous than that. What's the film that's got like a lot of sexualization in it? Oh,
It's a pretty broad range you're going after
I was
on.
saying,
Yeah, I
think of
know.
the children.
it's not Twilight. It's like Twilight, but
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey?
that's it. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey Tetris crossover fanfiction. I've read one of those.
Actually, there is a Tetris My Little Pony crossover fan fiction.
As long as Ubisoft doesn't make it, I think we'll be okay.
It's called a geometric shape in Equestria. And it has super hexagon.
If there's any more of its type, though, when they all come together, do they all disappear?
I have to read this. A geometric shape.
Anyway, Nintendo cartoons, yay!
Why don't we get started, guys? So first up on our list is the old Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Now, before we get started, folks, yes, it's as terrible as it looks. Y'all ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
You always say that as if we're torturing you.
Wonder if I should break out some of my helper fluid with this. Actually, you know what? Be right back.
I'm not gonna lie. This probably just may be me speaking with the nostalgia goggles on, but I mean, I love this old show. Let's say, Sonic Underground was bad, but I mean, I look at the Super Show and I'm like, yeah, there's some major problems with it, but I don't know. It's just I suppose it's just me being a Nintendo fanboy when I grew up. I just can't find a lot to fault on a lot of this stuff. But then again, I guess the rose-tinted glasses will have to come off. Let's rip this fucker a new one.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Mr. Ben. Nothing wrong with that at all. And trust me, this CQRiff is probably going to be a lot nicer in the sense of entertainment for us. But it's a matter of we're just going to be nitpicking a lot of the flaws, which is perfectly fine by me.
Well, I'm going to be coming into this sort of pretty much almost completely clean because I never really grew up with a lot of the Nintendo shows growing up as a kid here in England. So, I mean, it was sort of pretty much Sonic, and then more Sonic. Basically. Yeah.
Sonic, and more Sonic.
Blame
Sonic
Nintendo
Boom.
for not realizing that Europe existed until about 1998. So,
All right, let's get moving, guys. Y'all ready?
Yep.
already.
On 1, 3. Now, first off, we're starting with the episode 52, Robo Koopa. This was the last episode of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, at least in the sense of the last Mario cartoon.
So it should have hit its stride by now.
You'd think. Just keep
God.
watching. It's a hoot. There's a reason I picked this one. On 1, 3, 2, 1.
The Mario face.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I kind of want to do like a CinemaQuestria intro with just me and Elliot coming in from the sides like this.
Think that gets any more obvious green screen effect there.
This was the early 90s.
Yeah, but
Bowser looks like he is on meth or something.
wait, that's Bowser?
Yeah.
That's Bowser, all right. Oh, and by the way,
Doesn't like him at all.
see, funny thing is that in this whole series of Super Show, Bowser's never actually called Bowser. He's called his Japanese name of Koopa during the entire series.
Oh, what you mean, like the live action film?
Yeah.
Wait, are the Invincibility Stargate and Fire Flower?
Trust me, nothing makes sense in this.
Oh, so we're going for Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog logic.
It's pretty much that. It's Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog with Mario.
This is also the only series that actually incorporates live action with the animated stuff, too.
Lou Albano is missing. Repeat. Lou Albano is missing.
And yes,
no.
Captain Lou Albano, the wrestler, actually played Mario.
Captain Lou Albano was your hero and role model. Well, don't worry.
What?
It's probably the first live action we've actually riffed on.
Yeah.
If you can call it live action.
I give this credit. I've seen a little bit of it. It's not terrible. It's just
Cindy Lauper.
Wait.
I've been passing these flyers out all over town.
Is this filmed in front of a live studio audience?
Lou Albano for lunch for
I
a
think so.
picnic.
I want to say, yeah.
These.
So let's start laughing, at the stupidest times.
And this.
To be fair, it's pretty easy to just slap a laugh
Dear
track over
Cindy,
the top, to
I'm
be
sorry
fair.
I'm not here, but I've gone for good.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
What?
Wow, went to an ad break pretty darn quickly when they broadcast
Back to
this.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
American advertisements for you.
And they have another theme song?
I always thought this was more of the second verse that they never actually used.
Yeah,
Misbehaving.
Nintendo trying to be hip, it's not, yeah, it's just not cool.
Welcome to 90s.
But this wasn't made by Nintendo directly.
Yeah, but Nintendo put their name on it. It's like saying, oh, they didn't make the CDI games. They still put their name on it. It's still licensed by them.
Oh, I love how the year
They
is
are equally to
2001.
blame.
So yeah, one of the fun things about this particular one was that this series had Mario and his friends traveling the Mushroom Kingdom, going to various lands, Robo-Land, Amazon Land, Egypt Land, stuff like that, among other places.
Holy macaroni. Did you see
I
that?
take it we're going to be
It's
getting a lot of
metal knife for
Italian
shooting
puns
bullet
here.
bills.
Oh, it's more pasta
I wonder
puns than
why
anything.
it's
But
chasing
yes.
us.
Pasta puns. Pasta puns everywhere.
Because it's me, you little fungus queen.
Obviously not a RoboCop ripoff.
Koopa, half machine.
Wow, Bowser hired Eggman, and Eggman really was on having an off day that day.
Half Koopa, half Koopa.
And I'm gonna destroy you miserable little meddlers. Crap. Where is that destroy you miserable little meddlers button?
Let's
Oh,
scramble.
I like how in the dangerous scenes it has really slow music.
Koopa was scary enough when he was just a slimy reptile.
So yeah, another thing about this series is that aside from the costume, he was just there. Bowser had the thing about dressing up.
Escape me, you
Go ahead, I'm
puny bastard.
So Bowser had the thing about dressing up in costumes like every freaking episode in this one.
Wasn't he a Nazi at one point?
There was one, where he dressed up kind of like in the Indiana Joe one, but it wasn't like an actual Nazi, but it was very much.
That running animation.
Super heavy, super strength,
Those the
and
binoculars.
yes, even
Yeah. And the cannon that just comes right out of the foot.
super toes.
Watch it, gang! His toes are loaded!
Now, that's a line you don't hear every day. His toes are loaded!
He's just gonna blast ya.
Not if I can help it.
And he has a hentai robot.
That should mess him up for a while.
I mean, you're thinking that too.
Hey,
Yes.
stop! What's
Candy
going on here?
vaccinator.
How do you stop this thing?
Vaccinator?
Don't worry about it.
And they say veggies are good for you.
Koopa will be back to get you for this.
All of this music is ripped off of the Super Mario Bros. Games.
Bunsen.
In like the
At least
worst
it's
ways.
authentic.
Just barely.
Well, it's actually kind of funny because the Super Show actually wasn't so much based off the original Mario, but included a lot of elements from Mario 2 as well.
Down this way.
You mean the one that was like a clone of Doki Doki Panic for Americans?
That's the one.
Oh dear.
People are going to be wanting me to play Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese version now, aren't they?
Dr. Nerdnick into building him the robo-suit? He sure
Actually, that game's really hard.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. And I'm not very good at games, so...
So you're like a broken Game Boy. You don't do games. You don't play games.
No, I play games, I just play them very poorly.
Oh, so you're like the angry video game nerd without the anger.
He's the only one who might know how to
Yeah,
stop him.
pretty much.
Come on, we got a stinker.
And British.
So pretty much nothing like the angry video game nerd then.
Well, you're a human.
This is the man who was gonna stop Koopa?
So you'd like to think.
Look, Robo
Yeah.
Koopa's got Dr. Nerdnick heavily guarded.
Macaroni misery. It's hopeless.
Why do they keep referencing pasta so much?
Stereotypes. They're funny.
Because they're Italian, of course they gotta mention pasta.
And you also see like the earliest thing of Luigi being a coward as well in this one here. One of the earliest anyway.
I thought that was established in like Luigi's Mansion.
Free Dr. Nerdnick.
Officially, yes. But
That
It all
glaring
came from
error.
it.
I'm glad to see you too, Dr. Nerdnick. That did it. Let's go.
Why does that robot just remind me of like a reject robot from Care Bears?
Oh, that's another thing we need to watch.
Oh no!
oh no.
Oh. Why did I have to mention it?
Oh, yeah.
That would be great.
No match for the mighty mushroom of might.
This robot is.
Uh-oh, we got Robo trouble.
We got Robo Trouble.
Yep.
Supposed to.
Where is that button?
Maybe Bunsen Tiegel Margareta Restaurant.
The button on the left? What about it?
That's the button.
Good to know Toad is completely useless here as he is in the games.
What a job.
Thank you, Doctor. You're all mine, Mushroom, and the pretty
Hey, at
little
least they didn't make him
princess,
useful.
too.
He's called Mushroom and not Toad.
How long has it taken them to make a Toad character useful? Probably up until Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, probably.
The Toad character was useful in the Mario Galaxy
The
game.
princess in this measly
No,
mushroom
no, it
prisoner.
was more like an
I've got
NPC.
Mario's to match.
That's at least half useful.
About the only game he was useful in was the Doki Doki Panic spin-off thing where you actually could play as him.
Mario Party, maybe? Considering he's sort of hosting it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see him crash through the wall like that?
Yes, I did.
Dr. Nerdnik, how can we stop Robo?
Here's this one of the parts I was looking forward to.
Mumble bumble, toss the quite.
And that's pseudo-Germanic.
Says you can't.
I'm
That
just waiting
sounds
for
like-
it. As you're saying?
Oh god.
You white squeaks are gonna get a charge out of this.
And of course, you just, when you see something big and heavy falling towards you, just don't do the logical thing and get the fuck out of the way!
I
No,
just
we're
like
gonna
how
go
it
to
was
an ad break
animated.
first.
Like it was just a still image that they scooted over or something.
Doom, schmoom. It's plumbing time, Luigi.
Wow, they're actually doing some plumbing.
They'd probably do more plumbing in this series than they do anywhere else
Well,
in the
What?
entire franchise. As you were saying, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm
He said
good.
electricity and water don't mix. Get out of here before you get electrocuted.
You know,
I
we
like
gotta
how the
keep something for
professor is
kids.
like the most stereotypical thing in the world.
That's right, you plum scum. Hide in the sewers. I still
It
have
feels
the
like
princess.
someone basically described like Mario over the phone to the creators, and that's how they basically came up with this.
Probably was.
I'm gonna get those plumbers.
That animation. Yes, I'm gonna be saying that a lot here. I'm sorry, but
Robo
this
Koopa's got
animation
the
is
princess
just
in tow,
atrocious.
and we're hiding out in a junkyard.
Well, we've got background,
Why
so at
did
least
the
there's
Nerdnik
that.
bring us to this old place anyway?
True. And it's not the Lion and the King.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah, but nothing's gonna be that.
True, but- yeah.
Only
He
more
says
stuff
he's
made
gonna
from
build
that
you
company,
two into
but
a robot that can defeat Robo Koopa.
Us?
let's
This
just
is
say
like-
Professor Egad really doesn't look too good in this, does he?
I knew I wasn't gonna like this.
This was what I was waiting for.
What?
So he's the Pluminator here is supposed to be a reference to the Terminator, but I'm getting more references. I'm getting more feelings toward Gurren Lagann here.
Well, you know those robots that you use for fighting each other, like those like old antique toys. He kind of reminds me of one of those.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Yeah, he kind of reminds me like a Mario version of that, only more lame.
Now, I gotta go with Ben on
I
this one.
think
This
we
kind
need
of
a little
reminds me
more
of
practice.
Gurren Lagann as well.
My plunger's the plunger that will plunge the heavens.
Unplug the
The
heavens.
Marios are gonna
Oh
come
look,
back
Mario
and
has to
Robo
rescue the
Koopa
princess.
and
What a
Koopa.
shock!
Let him come.
Bowser is a
Two
children's
puny
cartoon.
plumbers don't have a chance against an invincible
And
machine.
Mario won at that.
Your metalness, it's the Marios.
Your metalness.
Where is Robo Koopa anyway? He's probably afraid to face
No, he was just busy getting a pizza.
And I thought the contract I was working on was the most painful thing of the day.
Then again, maybe not. If it isn't, Robo-Rooter. Stop laughing and
Okay,
fight,
that was
Koopa,
pretty good.
and may the best machine
Now for some
win.
epic fight scenes. I'm sure the animation for this will be stupendous.
Well, definitely, of course.
Robot battle fight scene. Robot battle fight scene.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And he just
Why has he got a fist coming out of his thing? Why can't he just use, oh, I don't know, his actual fist?
What? I mean, when you're a robot, you have impractical things attached to you.
Well, there's
That would be
impractical
like
and
trying
it's
to-
stupid.
Now we just need to wait for them to get bigger than a galaxy and use galaxies as weapons.
Yeah.
Don't give some anime ideas.
Wait, Matt, you've seen Gurren Lagann, right?
A few episodes myself, anyway. I haven't seen the whole series yet.
This is an atrocity that needs to be fixed. You should feel ashamed of yourself, Ben.
Don't worry, we'll show it one day.
Yeah.
Honest to goodness, though, this fight scene is just...
Look at that! Did you see that?
Yeah.
There was. Yes.
There was a face in the bottom, and
Luigi was out.
Yes.
The running animations remind me of the running animation from Sonic CD.
One more step
they probably reused the footage.
this little professor gets squashed.
It's
Copied
not a matter
straight
of they probably...
from the Sonic
The
CD.
one you want?
I want you all.
What does that mean?
Safety, safety.
What did you say?
He said that we don't have to worry because your suit is about to run out of
Technobabble,
fuel unless you push
technobabble.
the big red button on your chest.
Well, thank you again, nerdy baby. Push this button.
I love how she says push the big red button, and yet he obviously pushes the yellow one.
Maybe Koopa's colorblind.
Wow, what happened? Ipsy-fipsy, foolish.
This time he fair. The red button was for the
I'll
ejector
give this
seat.
something though. At least the voice acting isn't too bad.
Well, here's another good question. If you're building a robot suit of death, why do you have the ejector button external?
Yeah, because, you know, your enemy might... Oh, I don't know. Hit it by mistake.
I mean, it's almost like it was actually designed by
He says
Eggman.
he agrees. That's why he's converted it into a robot.
Did they just say pizza oven?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, at least it was a pasta joke.
According to officials in Moscow, Comrade
Sorry, this
Lucy
isn't
is
countries
not there.
of
And
the
please
world
send some more
like in
aid to our
Animaniacs.
Is are they serious? This was made in the Soviet era, right?
Yes.
Okay, that makes
Just
sense.
I don't know
just
what we
before
did,
I think the USSR actually collapsed.
no matter where Captain Wu is,
Okay,
or
that
how
Oh,
makes
bad
sense.
things
I
are
mean-
for him.
Because this was like, what, 1990? And I think the Soviet
Just
Union
know
collapsed in, what,
he'll be
91?
okay.
Yeah.
It was early 90s, so...
Early 90s.
What a speech! If Captain Luke could only hear it! Wow.
Still, it's kind of weird how they're making a Soviet Union reference.
Yeah, I know,
Here,
right?
put these in water.
It just really dates this.
It's from the president.
I love how they're going through all this effort to find one person.
It's not dinner.
And it's not like it's the President of the United States or
President is calling
some other
off
country.
Operation
No, it's
Loser.
just some random
He
person.
hereby
Can't
decrees
Lou
Captain
Albano.
Wu to be missing forever.
You mean the wrestler that plays Mario?
Any word from Captain Wu yet, Mario?
So they're trying to find the actor that plays Mario.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
You get this. Whatever.
Yep.
This is the Triforce of Wisdom, Link.
We'll watch it.
Evil wizard Ganon has the Triforce of Power.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Whoever gets both
Hey, I had
Triforces
obligatory
will rule this
reference is
land
obligatory.
forever. You must
I
help me,
know.
Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
My boy.
For your
Come on,
pants,
let's go
Zelda,
find out
I'll
what
do
Ganon's up
anything.
to.
But she's wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, pants is basically another word for underwear here in England, so...
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually choose the episode for this one, because we're not going to be seeing this particular Zelda cartoon that's being shown. I was tempted to show this one, to pick this one, but I chose the other one else. It was actually surprisingly really hard to figure out what Zelda cartoon we was going to be showing today.
Oh no.
This is
So.
the stupidest attack
Is
At least
this
you didn't
like
choose the
quality with a
animated
capital
cutscenes.
K?
We get rid of him. We
I'm sorry?
Yes, you did.
now.
Sorry.
Ganon's
Go ahead.
This is quality with a K coming up, isn't it?
Oh, just
Wow, that was just a big advert for the Friday episode.
Trying to find Captain Lou, especially you, Cindy.
That's fine. Hey,
If you knew how hard Cindy you try to find him,
over this,
he'd think you
and
were the greatest.
I asked you guys, it just
Thanks
said
for trying to
the
cheer me up, guys, but that
cartoon,
won't
the
bring
Mario
Captain
cartoon,
Lou back.
and then
Well,
this
Cindy,
thing,
at least
so
you
sorry
know
about
my
that.
hero, Captain Lou. If I had the chance just to meet him once before.
Yo, Mario, forget about it. He's gonna turn up.
Oh gosh, forget about Mario. Just taking my deal,
Stop.
capiche?
Any more pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, no, search volunteers ain't every bit.
Well, to
but,
be fair, I'm
I'll
not
get
surprised
some
there's
more,
probably
Cindy, okay?
mafia jokes considering they are
Thanks,
Italian.
Mario. You're as nice as Lou.
I'm surprised it took this long to get in a mafia joke.
Maybe Mario
Well, they had to
get
cram
lucky
in all
and
those
see Captain
pasta
Lou while
jokes
he's
to
out.
start with.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't you mean they had to cook in all those pasta jokes?
Hey, Cindy, there you are.
Nice one.
Thank goodness you're safe. I posted a $50 reward for you.
$50? Well, here I am. Give me 50.
I personally think they're a bit
Where
overbaked,
you
but there
been,
you go.
Lou?
Oh, didn't you get my note?
Yeah, that's what worried me.
Oh look, there's is it a bucket of Scoodaloo in there? I see.
Dear Cindy, sorry
It's
I'm
the
not
same.
here, but
It's
I've
the
gone
same
for
piece of
good.
paper as before. Like if you do analysis on the video, you'll see it's the same paper. They reuse the prop. Are they that cheap?
Back in an hour.
You
Budget?
just
What's
went down the
that?
street?
So they can get celebrities, but not paper.
They spent all the money on getting the celebrities.
Let me introduce you to a guy who helped me with those.
Okay, that
Luigi.
makes sense because a Rima A4 isn't like $4.
Captain.
Luigi, baby, how are you?
Okay, great to meet you, boy.
My boy.
My brother's gonna kick himself.
It is if Tommy
Boy.
Wiseau was doing
Believe
the
me, he's your biggest
expenses.
fan.
See, I have to admit, I love. It's a stupid joke, but at the same time, I can't help but the fact that it was like
Well,
Captain
why
Lou
would-
playing Captain Lou playing Mario here. They was like, yeah, my brother's gonna kick himself when he realizes you were just here and
You
missed
two
him.
Are at the top of the list.
Oh, thanks, Cindy.
Thanks.
Number one guy, baby, good luck to
I just can't help but laugh at the whole
Ah, everything worked out perfect.
I forgot what I was going.
Poor Mario. I can't. He's not gonna believe that he missed it.
Because this show is so stupid, it took your idea away from you.
Yeah.
I do feel my brain cells very slowly disappearing out of my brain.
I don't know if it's that or the drink I had, so.
Oh, here we go, guys. Let's hear the Mario.
From side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
It's doing the Mario just basically mincing forward and back.
What the hell?
See, funny thing is that the directions for the do the Mario is effectively just walking. From
That's
side.
what he does in the game.
Yep.
So why is the background from a Wile E. Coyote cartoon?
Because it's Mario World with, like, awesomeness and science and Robot Koopa.
I have to say, Dick, you really need to stick with I'd say you need to stick with cartoons instead of live action, but you suck at cartoons too.
Oh, here we go. It's already on my list. Sorry, but so it auto played. But anyway, so that was the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, everyone.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
That was a cartoon, I think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it wasn't. So
That was an advertisement.
Pretty much.
Yep.
buy our games. Hey, it's a slightly different message to buy our toys.
They did make toys, though.
Buy our toys. Buy harder.
Buy all our playsets and toys.
Buy hard with with revengeance.
Yep, with revengeance. So what can be said about it? There's a reason. Like I said, there's a reason I wanted to show the Robo Cooper one because of all those animation errors.
Now, I have to admit this. This is more of an admission for, out in public. We did discuss this, Elliot and I, about, which one we wanted to show. We were actually kind of hung up about showing this or Indiana Joe. And, yeah, this one
Indiana
out by...
Indiana Jones, that the guy that had no face?
Yes.
Because they were too cheap to animate a face.
Yes. We're not joking about that either.
I only know about that because of the Nostalgia Critics review of that episode. So
But anyway, you were saying, Mr. Ben?
I was saying I think we actually won this one out because of, like Elliot said, there were just more animation errors here than what I think in that particular episode. And then I mentioned, I had to drop the RoboCop reference, and Gurren Lagann, I think that was what won it over.
Yeah, my plunger is that which will plunge the heavens. Toilet.
all I can say is I may have missed out on watching the cartoon, but after watching that, I think I may have been actually that might have been a blessing in disguise. I might have ended up even more stupid than I am now.
Admittedly, Captain N is actually far worse than Super Show ever was.
Oh dear.
So yeah.
Which one was worse?
Well,
Oh, you said Captain N
Captain
was
N.
worse. And we're ending with that.
Yeah.
Ending with it.
I couldn't resist. Anyway, next up is one of the Zelda cartoons. This one titled Kiss and Tell. Mr. Ben,
Okay.
care to say anything about this one?
Yes, Kiss and Tell here is the fourth of the 13 episodes. There, unlike the Super Show, which ran for 52 episodes, the Zelda cartoons only ran for 13. What was funny was that even though what was going on was this is that when the Super Mario Brothers Super Show first came out, it was Mario cartoons Monday through Thursday with the Zelda cartoon every Friday. And after the 13th episode, there was no more Zelda cartoons, but even though they stopped showing the Zelda cartoons on Friday, they still had the Zelda cartoon promos at the end of each live action series. As the Mario cartoons went on, they didn't drop that. So why they continue doing that, I'm not entirely sure.
So they showed reruns constantly?
From what I understand, yes.
They were probably too cheap to take that out.
Well, it's more than likely they were made in advance and they just didn't have the time or the effort or whatever to actually just edit it. Mm-hmm. Or they ran out of money.
I'm sorry, but the idea of this being on a shoestring budget just makes it that much funnier.
The thing is, though, a shoestring budget is not necessarily a factor for quality. I mean, yeah, it can affect the quality in certain ways, but that doesn't necessarily be an excuse for, like, poor writing or anything.
Exactly. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that because they were so short on cash, so desperate to cut corners to save a penny or two, relatively speaking, that's exactly what they did, was they just let the Zelda promo run in spite of the fact that the cartoon was not running any more new episodes.
It's actually kind of interesting because the Zelda cartoon, even though it ended, the Zelda and Link would actually go on to reappear in Captain N with the same designs and the same voice actors from that particular cartoon. I think they showed up at least 3 times in Captain N.
I thought they only showed up once.
Wait, what was Captain N?
We'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
Buy our Nintendo games. Buy them harder. That was Captain N. Hell, even Capcom was involved with it. And was it Konami as well, I believe?
I think so.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It was Castlevania.
Castlevania, yeah.
Simon Belmont, yeah. So, yeah, Konami and Capcom were also involved in you could call it the trifecta of awfulness.
And he's not joking about that. Trust me, when we get to Captain N, you're gonna be going, what the fuck?
I am just going to say this right now. I'm just going to go on record. I am disgruntled beyond measure that Simon never showed up in Smash Brothers 4. Because we've got Pit and we got Mega Man and we have no Simon Belmont. And I was so hoping that Simon would show up in Smash so we could just do that.
And it's not like he does. It's not like he doesn't have anything to work with. Oh wait,
a whip.
Yeah, a whip and various other accessories that he could use to.
But hey, they got Mega Man. They couldn't possibly have any more characters from other franchises.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, hang on a minute. They did. They had Sonic in there still.
They had Pac-Man.
Yeah, but that was probably more a thank you to Namco for all the stuff they've done for like in the arcades in the last few years. Because I mean, both the arcade versions of Mario Kart were actually made by Namco. So
that's the point there. So,
all right, why don't we get to the video itself? So this is Kiss and Tell, The Legend of Zelda, Episode 4, Kiss and Tell. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
As I'll ever be.
All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we don't even get the intro. Oh well, I guess we saw it in the last video.
I think we will if. Or was that always the first thing?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that in each
animation
episode,
is even worse.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Where's the horse walking animation?
I love how the background's just sliding and that was horrible layering and. Well, okay, don't you know, beat around the bush. We'll have the enemy just appear 10 seconds in.
See, funny thing is that out of all the Zelda franchise, this is probably the only one aside from Smash Brothers where Zelda is actually considered an action girl here.
What about the CDI game? You know, Zelda's Adventure.
Yeah. I said official. Well, actually, no, I didn't.
It is official. It was officially licensed.
Handsome hero, save me from this three-headed
Watch the insults, will you? Yeah.
Officially licensed means they just paid money to do it, not that they had any sort of quality standards. And from what I recall, after the CDI games, Nintendo stopped doing licensing to external companies like that.
I wonder why.
Look who's here. Wrong one. We wanted Link. Improvise.
Oh god, it talks.
Yeah, I will give this show that animation. I do have to give this show credit. Yes, having Zelda as a forefront action hero, or heroine in this case, is good. And she does play that role pretty darn well.
Eat these lemons, sourpuss.
That being said, though, she's unfortunately put in a terrible cartoon otherwise.
handsome heroes, not other beautiful maidens. Well, hey!
These lemons, sourpuss.
I mean, I'll give the cartoon credit for, you know, that it's the animation's bad, but at least the sentiment seems to be reasonably decent.
This one at least had a little more focus in the Mario episodes.
But to be fair, with the sort of franchise that Zelda is, being sort of like a role-playing game, you do need some sort of narrative.
Right.
It's about time you got here.
And of course, Link just looks as ugly as always.
But he doesn't look like he swallowed drain cleaner unlike the CDI games.
Yeah.
Like all the characters in the CDI games were scary though.
My boy.
My boy.
My boy. My boy. My boy.
My boy.
There, I get all your my boys for you, everyone. I know you were dying for me
This
to play
peace
that.
is what all true warriors strive for.
Dinner.
Serves 'em right.
Now for you.
I love how that sword is basically a gun. It's way too puny to be pretty much anything other than a gun.
Got you now.
It's actually, yeah.
See Final Fantasy, Zelda did it first.
Gun sword. New OTP.
Hey, gun swords are awesome.
New meta.
Ah. Oh yeah.
I think I'd rather use a unicorn pony as a gun. To be fair.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Hey, at least it weren't scared of a mouse or something.
You know, elephants legitimately are afraid of mice.
I am Link.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Fusk tested it. They are.
Give me a break.
I just love it how Zelda pretty much had the situation handled.
Please let me
And
give
then
you a
Link
kiss
comes
to show
along.
my gratitude.
Like,
Oh,
what?
boy.
Please let me kiss you.
Now that's what I like to hear. Pay attention, princess. You could learn something.
Pay attention, princess.
My hero.
My hero.
Okay.
I do love that this cartoon is pretty much basically saying, yeah, you're basically playing a doofus in the games.
See, now this here is why I chose this particular episode.
You don't like my charms anymore.
As if you couldn't think they made it as if you couldn't think they made Link any uglier.
Plan work perfectly.
Well, to be fair, is this like an early idea for when Link was turned into a Deku shrub in Majora's Mask? Yeah.
Wait till you see the rest of you.
Well, not the first time he'd been polymorphed, because he got turned into a rabbit at the very beginning of Link to the Past when he first went into the Dark World.
I just can't help it. It looks like Kermit the Frog's illegitimate son or something.
Okay, what was that all about? That just like spinning effect for no reason. Transition.
Is that Ganon?
Yes.
Yes, that is.
The fuck?
Oh,
Looks like the illegitimate son of Tyrek and a pig.
no,
It looks like a Star Fox character that drank acid.
yes. Or no, it had it splashed on its face.
Or it was designed by someone on acid.
Brace yourself. You're not
Someone that doesn't care about the canon.
Canon Ganon.
That's not me. Tell me it's not true, Zelda.
Kaganon.
sorry.
I'll never be able to face
Join
anyone
me, Link,
again.
and I will make your
I'm
face
a
the greatest in
monster.
Corridor.
I've seen
Or else
worse.
you will
Hey,
die.
you still have me. I'll always be your friend.
Bombs?
Thank you, Zelda.
Darn it, Zelda. I hate getting friend zoned.
See, funny thing is that it just sounds like the voice actor for Link just pinched his nose when he did Frog Link. It just totally sounds like that.
I hope they made lots of spaghetti. I don't know.
Oh boy, here we go.
I've seen too much anime.
Leave him alone. Haven't you done enough?
I'm sorry. I know we go for the obvious jokes, but so much of this just sets itself up for it. It really does.
Take care of him.
Oh no, not the spiders.
Ah, Skulltulas. Die.
Whatever.
Oh no! It's Frog Link. He can't sword.
He can't sword.
Yeah.
And he just immediately
Remember, kids, don't put it in your
What
mouth.
I used to do? I eat 2 red dealers. Yucko.
He's a professional
I
frog.
can't handle this frog line stuff.
Professional advice for professional people.
Professional.
Okay, now here is where Tabitha comes in. Tabitha St. Germain actually voiced Sprite for all 13 episodes when she was actually shown up.
Get it, put a smell on it.
And you want to tell about Sprite and Link?
Okay, so Sprite here is a fairy creature who, I suppose you could say she's a proto-Navi in a way.
Hey! Listen.
Sorry. I can't help it. Frog instinct.
But yeah, the thing is that Sprite here actually has a crush on Link, and supposed to would be like a sort of a romantic interest. But the thing is that Sprite is, of course, only about maybe 3 inches tall, and yeah, there would have, I forget exactly what episode it is, but Link himself actually said he would go for Sprite if it wasn't for the obvious size difference.
I don't know what to say to that. I really don't.
Yeah.
This is the only
Well, that you only meant well.
in all of Hyrule. But it is right up there.
Well, of course you did. That it's all for the best?
But at
Well,
least
of
he's
course
not
it is.
racist towards fairies, I suppose.
But where are we going to find a bow that does not bend?
I remember watching this episode. Watch this. What the hell is that?
That's an ironwood tree. You can't bend it, no matter how hard you try.
That's it. Now all I have
She
to do is
can't bend it.
switch 'em
Obviously, she has never met the Avatar.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wait, the Avatar can bend metal?
Ugly people dance.
Yeah, Earthbenders can.
Fairy, or I'll use you for bait.
I'll
Where
handle
have
I
I,
didn't know
seen
that.
this before?
Whenever I go on a bender, I just get very drunk.
Ganon put this spell on me, and I gotta get back to my old self. Can you help me?
I take it back. He sounds like he has a frog in his throat. Pun not intended.
But he has to
Oh,
classics
God.
well. The cure is simple. You must be kissed by a princess of her own.
You must die.
You call that simple? You know how
Does that
long
mean
I've
he's got to
been
go to
trying get
Korodai
someone to
now
kiss
then?
me? And that was when I didn't look like a
Yes,
frog.
Cora, die.
I said the cure
Exactly.
was simple. I didn't say it was easy. Now be gone with you.
I think
I must
Tabitha
return
voiced this
to
lady in
my
the wall.
You know, to be perfectly fair, she probably voiced a lot of additional voices. It's just that with every source I've looked at, all it lists is that she voiced Sprite. It doesn't list her as voicing anyone else.
Because that sounded like
That's
an
common.
awful lot like Granny Smith right there.
But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Tabitha did voice indeed the lady in the wall, as well as the mummy.
She must have been pretty young when she was doing this show, because this is what, 1989, 1990?
Yep. I'll also go ahead and I'll say this as well. She also voiced Wendy O. Koopa, also known as Cootie Pie, in the Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World ones as well. So,
Cootie Pie?
yes. Each of the Koopalings had a different name. Like, for example, Roy Koopa was Bully. Morton
Oh my
was
gosh,
Big Mouth.
really?
Yeah.
Sounds like an illegitimate cousin of Pinkie Pie.
No, it's actually, you know, the Koopalings were actually supposed to be like the 7 deadly sins or something, and how can they mess up this bad?
Die.
The bad thing is I remember all 7 of the nicknames as well without having to look at a list. I can name them pretty much all off the top of my head.
Hey, I remember stuff just like that as well, so don't feel too bad. Just too bad.
Quick, cut me loose. Thank goodness you're here.
Thank goodness you're here. You're the only one that can
Wait,
make
he
me
just
human
sworded
again.
there?
Yep.
Boy, this is gonna be good.
Inconsistency? What's that?
Please, a princess's kiss is the only cure.
Well,
I love how he just puckers up in anticipation.
then of course.
See, even as a frog, he's just
Friend
did a
zone.
slide bomb.
Spirit gun.
Sorry, I like him the way he is. And you, princess, are still...
So apparently, when they were making the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon, they had to go by the Japanese names because the U.S. names weren't officially canonized yet.
Well, see, funny thing, from what I understand,
Thanks to J.E. Smith in the chat.
I didn't know that the Japanese names they actually had names in the Japanese, that they were just known as just the Koopalings. They didn't have any specific names. Also, here, and the funny thing is that this is the first time we've actually seen that Sprite is revealed as the Princess and the Fairies. This is only brought up once more in the entire series, in this whole cartoon of the 13 episodes that's been.
So what you're basically saying, she's actually Queen of the Fairies, but because Disney logic.
Well, no, she's a princess because we do actually see her father in the series, King Oberon.
Is he trapped in an alternate dimension like in Captain N?
Actually, no. See, this was actually there was another episode I was tempted to show instead. The other episode that I was really tempted to show was the one that actually didn't solve the king of the fairies, because what had happened was the episode of that particular one was that Zelda's father, the King Hyrule, was also seen in there.
My boy.
And there was like a water shortage going on that Zelda was trying to investigate. And Link had gotten involved in this as well. And it turns out that at the very end, all the water was being directed over to what was essentially a water park being built by Zelda's father with the initial endorsement of Sprite's father. So.
Sorry,
was
but I
actually
just have to
just
say,
gonna-
nice ass shot at the end there, cartoon.
I was actually going to mention that. The other one I was going to go for was the water park episode, but I decided against it because it fell under, meh, everyone's seen it kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I decided to go against the water park episode as well, mainly because of the fact I just wanted to show Frog Link.
All right, guys, you ready for the next episode?
Oh, is this what I think it is?
It's Mama Luigi time.
Yep.
All right, before we go on, I just got to spit this one out, folks. Let me say that as far as from what little research I've gotten on the subject, and trust me, that's surprising and insane. It's saying more than it probably should about me. This episode here has not only been one of the biggest spawns of various YouTube poops in the world, but this was, I'm dead serious about this. This was the, if I recall right, this series, and even this episode in particular, was the spawn of what was, and still is, one of the first YouTube poops to ever exist. I can't remember the name of the title. If it was a... can't remember who made it either. I'll look it up. But the point is that, yes, in the world of YouTube poofs, wow.
That's probably you.
This, it's a very popular source. Not just this series, but this episode in particular. All right, I'm ready whenever you guys are, unless you have anything else to say.
Bring me mental cartoons to watch.
I can hardly wait.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah, I can hardly wait. See, I can't grammar. These cartoons are slowly eroding what little intelligence I had left. But yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right, on 1, 3. Shikuo, YTP's ruin and improve life by the same amount.
YouTube poops, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Exactly. All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
YoshiArt.com.
Yep. Now, much like the Super Mario...
I feel Harnage again.
Yeah. Did he just write all of these? Was he locked in a dungeon and said, "You write cartoons about Mario now"?
Probably.
Well, see, funny thing is that much like the Zelda cartoons, the Mario World cartoons also only lasted for 13 episodes.
I wonder why.
Wait,
with Luigi being, how does Luigi even have the cultural reference to Brooklyn existing?
So you may have noticed that the voices here are a little bit different. That's because Danny Wells and Lou Albano also voiced their animated counterparts in the Super Show, but was replaced with who was it? I know Mario was replaced with Walker Boom.
And I found myself
God, that shitty grin on that bullet bill.
I was confronted by Magnum PI.
I fell for hours.
Oh, hours, long time.
Well, it seemed like hours. Anyway, I was full.
Good thing I found a magic balloon.
On that lava fall.
Good thing I found a magic balloon.
Well, that lasted long.
Yeah.
Our magic balloons like magic mushrooms.
Skulls? Skulls mean bad medicine.
Well, these skulls were good medicine for me.
I'm self-aware that I'm going to be telling this to a dinosaur at some point in my life.
Actually, have we actually had any plot yet? We're nearly 2 minutes in on a 10-minute episode.
Don't worry, there will.
Bash blocks now.
All right, wise guy. So what happened next?
Luigi find Yoshi egg.
How'd you know?
Well, at least it's reasonably.
It is a red egg that hatches a green Yoshi.
That inconsistency, right, man?
It is a red egg that hatches a green Yoshi.
I'm amazed that they played enough of the games to even have even remotely that much references to the game. So.
What's the matter, baby? Are you hungry?
Mama Luigi.
Hi. Looking for your baby? Here. Fed and burped. Ready to go.
Mama Luigi! Mama Luigi!
Little foot, this is not.
Yoshi's so small
Knowing that that'd only be a meal good for one of those dinosaurs.
Luigi?
No, Yoshi.
Wait, what?
Yoshi's good to ride on, just don't put him in your mouth.
See, funny thing is Yoshi's more likely to do that to you instead.
Is this really what's being shown, or am I, like, hallucinating?
Nope, it's really being shown.
Nope.
It just feels like I'm hallucinating, you know? It's like, how could they get this officially licensed? I mean...
Nintendo wanted money.
I was gonna say, you have to remember, this was the early 90s, and this kind of stuff is exactly what you got. It was... You didn't watch it because you were expecting a great story. You watched it because it was of a favorite franchise of yours.
Or more to the point, specifically probably here in Britain, there was nothing else on at the same time. So
that too. Same here in America, believe it or not. God bless that stock noise.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, thanks for the airlift, guys.
What?
What the hell am I watching?
We gotta find Mario and Princess Toadstool. Stay
Oh,
here
it
while
gets
I ring
better.
up my cap.
That smiley face on that tree really is creeping me out. Also, what the hell? I didn't realize Luigi had
That
a
walk animation.
why is Mario wearing that hat? He's got
That's
lovely
Luigi.
luscious locks there.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Heads up, Yosh!
Yeah.
Look here, Yoshkins. When I tell you to stay, you stay.
Look, Capapilla, Mama Luigi!
I'm not sure. Was it
Looks like
something
me in the
I
morning.
said? Mario,
Elliot, wherever you are.
The scream that could last an eternity.
Yes.
Hey, who's telling this story? So anyway, there we were.
I can
about to
see
become
why they use this for
world
YouTube
food.
poop now.
You'll have
It's
to
just
wait.
so
Those
inane.
caterpillars are hungry.
Exactly.
Not insane, mind you, inane.
Luigi's scream never gets old.
Nom 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 nom.
Well, actually, it did get old. It's, like, over 10 years old now.
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
Yoshi obviously has never seen the "Don't put it in your mouth" PSA.
Probably good for him. if
I'm a
that's the
coming,
case.
Luigi.
Oh, hi, Mario. Where the hell have you
giving
been?
you a hard time, little brother? I'll fix him for you.
Meatball.
Oh, Yoshi, that's my brother, Mario.
Now I know how meatball feels.
No, I'm not saying it.
You just did say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
That'll teach you to mess with my new
What
little
is
buddy,
it?
Yoshi.
Balls.
Cool it, caterpillar breath. I'm not sure.
I got you to say it.
Mama Luigi?
Yoshi is best Dino.
Luigi, King Koopa has the princess locked up in his Coney Island Disco Palace. Now, I
Coney
thought my
Island
wife
Coney
would
Island
have to
Disco
look
Yes.
to see
Palace.
every
Yes.
shit.
That
We gotta
rates
go
this.
back and rest
That
Yes.
dates
Well,
this.
then we better go now before I get scared just thinking about it.
See, funny thing is that this here, even though this is a flashback to before the entire series, this was actually the very last cartoon of the Super Mario World
Me, Mama.
cartoon series.
What?
Yeah, this was the last episode of the
So
whole
we
series.
found ourselves
Yeah.
overlooking King
I can
Koopa's
sort
New
of see
York
why.
castle. Luckily, Mario was able to get us in
They
the
had
same
to
way
go
he
out on a
got
high
out.
note.
That's when the real fun started.
All I can see in
Where's the
this
light
is
switch?
just all those
On the
YTC
ceiling.
videos.
You see that block
Just
up there?
an insane
You
amount
got
of
you, Luigi, you're taller.
flashing,
Okay,
stupid,
but you hold Yoshi.
stupid inane chatter and
Hey,
other
give me a
random
boost,
garbage
Mario.
that's characteristic
Stay,
of them.
Yoshi.
I know, demented head and all.
Hey, watch the landing, Luigi.
This cartoon just
It's
feels
the
like
liftoff that got
concentrated
me.
stupid.
Uh-oh.
And if you think this is dumb, keep listening. Song time!
Oh,
Wait,
God.
what?
Wait, there's a song in this?
Did he just eat
God,
fire?
Rusty Nails to sing this.
I love how he's flattened even though that had an obvious sharp point to it.
Yeah. Convenient people losers convenient.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
hell?
everyone sometimes needs to take a pee from time to time. Hammer. Oh no, they're not hammer. Yeah,
No, those are charging chucks. Which, admittedly, is actually funny because Yoshi cannot even slurp them up, even though he's obviously able to do that in this cartoon.
Hey, they may have played the games, but they probably didn't play very far.
Yeah.
We'll play a couple of levels, yeah, we'll be able to work it out from that.
Which is funny because Mecha Koopas only make an appearance in the last stages of the game.
Well, that's probably it. I don't know.
Maybe it is.
My throne room! You'll pay for this, plumbers! Get them!
This animation.
Watch out, Luigi.
I love
Like
it.
how he doesn't do his own bidding.
Robots, no. Yoshi eat robots.
You know, in the game, Yoshi can't actually swallow the robots.
House and home!
You didn't tell me you were bringing a secret weapon, Luigi.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
That's
Famous
Luigi
line.
to
Right,
you.
Koopa.
Yeah. And then you also hear that wheeze at the end, too.
Leave your castle
Yeah, what was up with
piece
that
by piece
wheeze?
Until we find her.
I can build another castle.
Probably did it in
but
one
you
take
can't
and it was
build
like, yeah, I'm
another
just
princess.
warming up here. No,
Without
no,
this
that's
key,
fine, we'll take
you'll
it.
never
We'll use it.
find her.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
I'll be back. And when I do, that little monster of yours is going on a crash diet.
Hey, good work, Yoshi. You
And
didn't
the
swallow
day is
that
saved.
key, did you?
Remember, kids, put it in your mouth.
Don't taste good.
Wait,
And Princess Toad still just shows up out of nowhere.
Found ourselves back in Bone
music
City,
doesn't make
safe and
sense for
sound.
that.
Thanks to you, Yoshi.
No, it's like they were given a folder full of MIDI files for the game and said, this is your music to use in the show. This is
More
the
than likely
forest of
someone just
whatever.
More likely, they probably had a copy of the game, ripped all the audio files out of it, and just used that.
Probably. All right. All right, ladies and germs, you guys ready for the last episode?
I
Yep.
don't think my liver is.
Trust me, it's. Ugh. There's a reason we are doing this.
It's less a liver and more a dyer at this point.
Okay. This one is Captain N and the Quest for the Potion of Power. Oh, I could
God.
have so much fun with that title. But anyway, this is what was it? This is the last of the Captain N series, and it was it's also one of the ones where Captain N, what's his name, Kevin, meets
Yeah,
Zelda.
Kevin
like-
Keane, yes. In fact, actually, to be perfectly honest, I think this is the last episode of the second season for Captain N because Captain N actually ran for 3 seasons.
Oh, okay.
But the third season was so terrible and so piss poor in quality that it may as well just not have existed because as far as I know, each of the episodes of Captain N ran for about I want to say 13 episodes or so. I'd have to look on the DVD case again, but I do know that originally. Now I actually have kind of a bit of a funny thing here. Captain N actually was didn't start off as a DVD or not a DVD, not a cartoon. Captain N was actually conceptualized as a short story serialized across 2 issues of Nintendo Power magazine called Captain Nintendo. The character wasn't named Kevin Keene. He was actually called Max Powers. And he delivers a crate full of microchips to Nintendo of America and talks with worker Brett Randalls as he plays Metroid. And actually, no, it's not Max Powers. It's Brett Randalls himself is the main character. I'm sorry.
I was going to say Max Powers. Is Homer Simpson involved in this?
Scary thing is there is actually a footballer called Max Power, but go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, one of the coworkers by the name of Tara, who Brett has a major crush on, accidentally spills her coffee on the crate that's of microchips, causing it to randomly explode. He gets peppered with the chips, which also infiltrate a game pack and give birth to the artificial intelligence Emerald, which explains the explosion gives him special powers, such as being able to throw lightning bolts, control the light spectrum, and temporarily materialize characters and items from inside video games.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Unfortunately, the explosion also brought Mother Brain from Metroid to life, and they also, from that point, it also goes into from there basically
downhill.
So yeah. But yeah,
you know, the thing I really am amazed that you said that there was 3 seasons. This means that this got picked up again twice. I was like, yes, surely they must have watched the first series and first season, I should say, and they think, yes, we want more of this. We want more of campy Simon Belmont and Mega Man sounding like Popeye.
Well, see, funny thing is that the Captain N series, I was just looking this up, but yes, there was 13 episodes of season 1, 13 episodes of season 2, but season 3 only had 7 episodes.
Okay.
So
reminds me of season 3 of a certain other show.
All right, should we get started with this, guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this one, I haven't seen the whole episode, but I do.
Oh, no.
I've seen clips and bits of it, and for what it's worth, let's just say there's going to be one bit in there that's just going to make us laugh pretty darn hard. Anyway, you guys ready?
Yep.
Oh, God.
On 1. 3, 2, 1.
When my father disappeared and Mother Brain came to Videoland, our only hope
That power
lay in an
glow.
ancient prophecy that a great warrior from another world would come to our rescue.
I always
he's
love
using
it.
an NES Advantage. Those things are rare.
Buy our merchandise. Buy our merchandise now.
Yes, and to answer McCopy's question in the chat room, yes, they actually did split the airing of Captain N and the Mario cartoons during the 2nd season, because they were paired with the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 in an hour block, sandwiched between 2 Mario episodes.
Hey, we have a different writer this time.
The fall of the evil wizard Ganon,
I'm surprised.
and peace reigned throughout the land.
I like the
Best
tone
of
you had
times
there,
and
like,
worst of
oh,
worst.
hey, there's a different person.
Until one dark day, rumors spread that the evil Ganon would rise again.
Rise from your grave.
It was said he would make them all wear funny outfits in order to compensate for his ugliness.
Now, funny thing is that the Moblins here actually get a bit of a slightly decent animation upgrade from the original Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Oh lord, it's Game Boy.
Yeah.
Quite blatantly added just to advertise the Game Boy.
Yep, that's basically what it was. That was why he was introduced.
The fact that he was completely useless in like the majority of the episodes, or was actively actually inhibiting the heroes most of the
We're
time.
in need of a hero.
Simon Belmont.
Oh, Simon,
What?
what did they do to you in this cartoon?
Not
What?
only am I tall, blonde, and handsome,
What?
Just keep
I'm
watching.
quick on the draw, light on my feet. Yay!
Why do I imagine Simon Belmont as like a prototype Prince Blueblood?
That's because he essentially was,
Very
yeah.
impressive hero, Belmont, but actually I was
What?
looking for Captain N.
Did somebody call my name? Oh, wow, you're a princess.
Zelda, is something wrong?
Well, that was a scene.
Nothing we can't handle, Lana. With a little help from your Captain N.
I live to help beautiful princesses.
You never bow like that for me.
Buy your leave,
Is
Your
that an
Highness.
innuendo they
Be
made?
off with you, my
I think
captain.
so.
But be home in time for dinner.
Dinner.
Or is that just my mind,
Okay,
like...
Game Boy, you can go. Don't blow a microchip.
Why
Not this
do
time,
princesses
fella.
in
Someone has
this
to help
universe
Lana
just
hold down the
basically
fort.
dress as scantily clad and as hot as possible?
Well, would you want
Because
to
it
be
was made
ruled?
by males?
Well, would you want to be ruled by an ugly queen or princess?
Simon, what are you doing in
Exactly.
that plant?
Pruning the leaves, of course.
He's grabbing the
I
same
rule an
leaf.
exciting world, but it's also dangerous.
Oh, that reused animation.
Careful.
Gotta
Aren't I
love it.
always? This is
Oh,
awesome.
Captain,
Me,
my captain.
meeting my favorite video hero.
Well, he is the game master after all.
I forgot to do that because Mr. Ben was talking at the time. But
Oh,
yeah,
I apologize, yeah.
Video legend
yeah.
where
Let's
I
just
come
get this
from,
out of the
like-
way. Captain and the
Hey,
Game Master.
what happened
There,
to your
you
leg?
said it.
Oh, it's nothing. Pulled a muscle dodging boomerangs. Goes with the territory, you know.
Now, basically, this is
Yeah.
basically what all the
So,
scenes between
Captain
these two guys
is this
basically
the
amount to.
famous zapper I
My
heard so
cock's
much
bigger
about?
than your cock. My cock's bigger than
Wanna know
yours
me?
is.
Hey, call me Kevin. All my friends do.
You two heroes can pat yourselves on the back some other time.
Okay, so I was wrong. Link and Zelda actually did get some updated character designs a little bit here, but the voice actors are the same.
Wow, you got any clues?
I'm just waiting for him to mention
They're searching
Dodongos.
for a magic potion that will restore his power. We've
Great.
gotta find it
I can't
first.
wait to bomb
Of
some
course, I don't really
Dodongos.
need help, but Zelda insisted. Ah,
Link, you know Ganon's creatures have vowed to get revenge on you for defeating their master.
This is perfect. I could never hand it better myself. Those for the potion of power.
And that's Device does, people. Archery tube.
Commander Metroid is the best superhero in Nintendo Land.
Look at my fingers. They're all pickled.
I think Metroid's a cool guy that kills mother brains and doesn't afraid of anything.
You were expecting Donkey Kong?
Anything.
Where's my potion of power to wake up Ganon?
Well,
Never mind. Just get over to Raru Town and follow Captain N. Get me that potion or your name's a man.
I love how the recurring bad guys are the minions are King Hippo and who's the
Where is
eggplant guy?
everybody?
I'm sorry.
humans
Eggplant.
Eggplant Wizard, yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Excuse
not
me.
King Pit.
Don't be
God
afraid.
damn it!
Climbers.
We just need your help finding
Ice
the potion
climbers.
of power. Please, I know nothing.
We're looking for a random plot device. Have you seen it? How should I know?
I'm just an NPC.
You know, I actually want to see that in the game now. Just actually, ask an NPC that, and they respond with, "I'm an NPC. I know nothing."
release the woman.
I'm sure there's probably some game that's so meta that does that. Wouldn't it be something like Persona would probably do?
Human life functions endangered.
Did he just say life functions endangered?
Yeah.
But you're a Game Boy. How can you have
Even
life
up the odds?
functions?
Sure. 3 to 5 sounds about right.
At least they're using original music.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Donk.
And he breaks his
Lost
ankle.
when you look at the animation. But I do have to say, this does seem slightly better than the average Captain N episode when it comes to animation. Not that that's saying a lot, but still.
The Game Boy actually was helpful.
Yeah,
You look like
now
you
that you
could use
mentioned
a
it.
fencing lesson.
I love how he made the Mario jump noise, and Link can't jump in his games.
Now that you mentioned it.
No, really, Link doesn't jump in the games.
I know, I played
Well, he
most
does
of them.
jump in Ocarina of Time, but obviously that weren't around by this point.
And he does jump in Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. So
Wait, is that a zapper he has?
yep.
You guys remember Nintendo product placement. Nintendo product placement everywhere.
Thank you for saving my
Buy our
Valentine's
toys.
Day.
Buy
Please,
harder.
Take this as a reward. It's a map to an ancient desert palace.
It's almost as bad as having a whole film based around advertising a Mario properties. Oh wait, we had the wizard.
No, and the Super Mario Bros.
Maybe
movie.
I should take that. I know the terrain better than you do, Kevin.
Monkey.
Sure, Link. I'm here to help you.
Monkey.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie is just a thing of beauty.
I do love that Bob Hoskins said in an interview it was arguably the worst thing he ever did in his career.
I wonder why.
But they were basically rewriting the script as they were filming it. So, you know.
They had at least like 4 different revisions of the script, yeah.
Nice move.
And they were literally doing it as they were going to film it.
Does that make sense?
They were literally giving them notes on top of all the script that they actually already had, saying, oh yeah, we're changing this entire scene to this.
Yeah, so it turns it into a tomato.
I'm surprised it wasn't an egg. Whatever the case, don't put it in your mouth.
What are we stopping for? The game's just getting exciting.
In case you haven't noticed, this isn't a game.
Hey, I didn't mean anything.
Forget it. Let's go.
What was it you were saying, Matt? Okay, Celia's
I didn't say anything. Sorry, I didn't say anything.
He only killed 2 enemies and there were 3.
Consistency, what's that?
The kids won't notice.
I was gonna say, as silly as the music is, it's actually quite catchy and good. As you said, Xena, at least it's original.
There it is.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, to be fair, as crossovers go, I'm sure no one really actually asked for it, but it's not terrible.
So how do we get them out of there?
I actually have to admit, this is probably one of the better Captain N episodes.
It's like the least bad instead of the good one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's entertaining.
He has the power.
Nintendo power?
The power glove.
It's so bad.
Everything else is child's play.
It's T-Rex.
Centaur Man.
I have to say though, T-Rex actually looks a lot scarier. And I mean either version.
Well, I was gonna say he's scarier in the sense of legitimately threatening. This guy just weird.
Stay back, guys.
He looks like
I just can't stand here and watch.
No, Kevin.
It says
Drano
something when you're
Anthro-Man.
when you're saying a cartoon that was aimed towards little girls has a scarier villain though.
Well, they also have modern animation and like animators that'll reference Star Trek. So
No, I'm talking about original T-Rex here, not necessarily the one that's in the newer show.
I haven't seen that far.
He genuinely is actually scary in that show. In the very first MLP special. So
I was also just informed that the Ganon voice actor for Ganon from the Zelda games or Zelda cartoons actually voiced Horsehead here. So.
Wait, he's called Horsehead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Well, he was called Horsehead.
Sorry I had to eat dirt.
Yeah, he's
Bart,
gone now.
But I just remembered Horsehead's only vulnerable in one spot. On his head.
Oh, yeah. Right. Guess I forgot.
Why is it when there's less action the animation looks worse?
I see why Lana depends on you so much, Kevin.
How does that
Probably
work?
because they cared less.
Master wouldn't do.
Yeah, right.
You mean they cared in the first place?
Well, they have to make a
Anybody
paycheck.
besides me interested in where this key fits? The golden key to the
Oh, I'm not going there.
leads across to
I
the
had a
island
bad
shore.
thought.
I've got it. It's the Island Palace. I even know a shortcut through a secret tunnel.
So do I. Come on.
Hey, what's bugging
Again, what
Link?
was it you said,
I
Matt,
don't
about
know. He's
Kevin
never
and
acted
Link?
like this before.
Oh, what? My cock's bigger than your cock?
Yep.
That's pretty much basically the whole of their banter in this.
What the hell was that?
This place
That
sure looks a
owl.
lot
What the
creepier
hell
in
was
person.
that?
It's E.T.
Yes.
He just needs to phone home now. As long as he doesn't fall into a pit.
Let's just start randomly cutting down trees. Screw the environment.
But they're all around us.
It's
Captain
just the
Planet's
thing we
coming
need to
after
be teaching
them
children.
Insufficient data. Insufficient data.
Link, I don't see anything. You're pushing too hard. Relax.
No, Zelda. Link's right. Get ready, guys. The name of the game is Eyeball.
Wait. Link could actually slice something in this show?
And jump.
Well, I'm giving him credit where credit's due here. The fact that he can actually cut through things is
Sure come in handy
actually an
about now.
upgrade.
I can find the tunnel with my eyes.
What's the Zelda upgrade sound?
Recommend future search with open eyes.
Well, sure is dark down there. You want to go first?
Hey, Blimpo, I'm over here.
Hey, Whip. What? I'm sure
Yes, I did.
I'm sure he said hippo, but I thought I heard whip blow.
Hey, yeah, I heard it too.
Hey, egg breath! The wrong way!
You are. The island's behind you.
I do love that
Then let me
transition
sit
there.
over there! I get seasick riding backwards!
Like we could like explain some context, but nah.
See what you did?
Ah, shut up and swim!
A few seconds later.
I can hardly believe we made it.
I can hardly believe we made it. It's like it was given to us on a map.
Now which way, Kevin?
What do you think, Link?
You're the hotshot game master. Why ask me?
Huh?
Well, it's always the right door. I mean, haven't you ever played a
My
video game?
memory's on target. If we open that door...
Actually, I've played the terrible video game. Oh, what's it called? Dark Castle. Doesn't matter what door you go in at, you always end up in trouble free and you can't get out. Or at least I do.
And not as good as
Nice
Skywalker.
move, Game Boy. Did Captain N teach you that one?
Hey, go easy on him, Link. He's just learning.
Yeah, and he almost got us wasted.
Hey, come on, guys. We're here to find the potion of power, remember?
Come on, guys. I like both your dicks. We just need to get on.
A bottle of magic. Good work. This could come in handy.
Who needs magic when you got brains?
Oh yeah, because clearly taking the best of both worlds is the worst idea.
And they cut to commercial at the worst time.
See? I found it. The golden door.
Careful, Link. This could be a trap.
Well, we're not gonna find.
Why
the
have we got this
potion waiting
horrible
out here.
yellow filter
I'm
now?
going in.
It's like,
Oh, it's supposed to be an animation effect.
oh, here we go.
Wow. These statues are awesome.
Like always.
Look, we made it in time.
The potion of power.
Brought to you by the Power Glove.
I'll get it.
Yep.
The power
I am the
glove.
guardian
It's so
of the
bad.
potion of power.
Wow, that was no statue. That's Iron Knuckle.
He who desires its power must first defeat me.
Move it. You're blocking my shot.
You last time, remember?
You're blocking my shot, says the guy.
With the
He says
sword.
No, he says to the guy who's
Try
behind
knocking
him.
him off his horse.
I don't need you to tell me how to handle this, sorehead.
Guys, now's not the time. Thanks, Game Boy, for pointing out the blatantly obvious.
Among other things. Recycled animation.
Eggplant Wizard and King Hippo. What are you doing here?
Just what it looks like, Captain Nitty.
Now we're gonna
Captain-
restore
We're being the
damage
stupid
just like
minions,
Big
as
Brother
always.
And random princess abduction.
Okay, Kevin.
Gee,
let's drop
we have to
forward.
rescue the
This is gonna take
princess.
two of
What a
us.
shocker. Well, that was easy.
Easy enough.
This will be a shot of a lifetime, so make it good.
Delete. Delete.
I got him! I got him! Great kid,
Wow,
don't get cocky.
these boss fights are almost as pathetic as the ones in the CDI games.
Throw an item at him.
Exactly.
Thanks a bunch, fellas. We couldn't have done it without you.
This is my fault. I acted like a jerk because you were such a whiz kid on my turf.
Now we'll never get past Ganon creatures in time to stop them.
Oh, yes, we can. We're awesome when we work together.
Instead of against
Everything is awesome.
Game Boy, warp to the palace
Everything
and bring
is
back
cool
Ren
when
Team.
you're part of the team.
Give it to me. Give me the potion.
Hurry, I give him
Wow,
a
you even like
Oh, I'm having such a dirty thought.
I'm sorry. I love Mother Brain's voice. I really do.
Levi Stubbs is probably like the best voice actor in this entire series here. And if you thought he was ugly before,
Shut up. There's a great line coming up. There's a great line coming up. Shut up.
How nice to see you again. And you brought your friends for my coming out party.
Wow, Ganon, I just didn't know. Too much information, man.
oh, that's the best.
We're gonna have to fight fire with fire.
Yes, that was one of the reasons why I wanted this, was for that very line. Just that very line
I
itself.
don't know what it does, but I sure hope it works.
Oh. Ooh, who came up with that? That's what I want to know.
Let me just say this. The writer, when you wrote that, that's all I can say to that line.
Is that clapping sarcastically?
No, it's clapping enthusiastically. Clapping fast enough.
Because that sounds like you're sarcastic.
Whatever.
Me? I'm never sarcastic. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. Hey, at least that's kind of accurate to the game.
Well,
that
was
reflect magic is awesome stuff.
That was anticlimactic.
Some for your next birthday.
All right, a kiss for you. We did it. We saved.
So they brought Ganon back for what? How long was that?
Probably about a minute.
Also, if you take a look, that's like the only time that Link actually ever gets a kiss from Zelda. The entire series that he has with the Zelda cartoons out next to the Super Show, he was always trying to get a kiss from Zelda. He never got one until just now.
Is that basically now the point of it jumping the shark then?
You mentioned it. Woo.
Well, that was a thing.
Eek.
Why do I get the feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot more of that logo in future, though? Dick seems to be a bit of a goldmine when it comes to crappy cartoons from the 80s and 90s.
And that was Captain N, among other cartoons that we saw this day. So, what do you guys have to say?
The hell was that?
I should bust out my DVDs and show the whole series again.
Nintendo does what Sega does.
You know, funny thing is I was mentioning this before. It's kind of like I said, a little too bad we didn't see the Moby Dick episode on Sonic Underground because there was, like I mentioned, a Mario cartoon that particular Sonic episode just ripped whole hog. 20,000 Koopas Under the Sea was basically ripped almost. Was just pretty much ripped by Sonic Underground for that one particular cartoon. And one of these days, I'm probably just gonna have to go ahead and just at some point just take those two episodes and just show them like side by side, almost like one right after the other. Just see like how can we compare and contrast on this.
And they do know contrasting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well, they're all made by Dick, so you know.
That's what I told Mr. Ben is that they basically just bounced the script from. They just bounced the script around, basically.
No, they just saved it all onto one big master file, and they just copied them out whenever they needed to.
And they say there's nothing new under the sun.
Funny thing is, though, that we're mocking Dick here, but they did make some decent cartoons. I mean, there was Inspector Gadget.
Yeah,
that was
I
okay,
love
I guess. Even if it's just for the theme song. Inspector Gadget.
I'm gonna have to go listen to that theme song now.
I know there's like several techno remixes that clubs would play in the 90s.
Well, is it bad that I've downloaded Force Field now, which is the theme song to the Crystal Maze? I now actually have that on my iPod.
No.
You still use an iPod?
Well, I have that on my phone.
So yeah, as we were kind of going there, yeah, we mock. Let me catch my breath here. Yeah, we go on and mock this stuff, but for what it's worth, we've seen far worse, and we will see far worse than this. Sometimes we just pick this stuff because it falls under it's easy, or because there's just stuff to mock there. So sometimes we just do. Sometimes we pick our source just for fun, for your guys' sake, the audience.
Yeah, I mean,
just because we don't go bombing Dodongos the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we could have just shown all the cutscenes from the CDI games, but hey, you've probably already all seen them, and we already know that they're terrible. So maybe
we should just do that, some kind of a short one in the future, just like a CQ of just little short things, like we did with the PSAs. We just kind of gather a collection of crap and just riff on random stuff. Now that I'm thinking of it,
that might not be a bad idea.
And yeah, this way
it reminds me of the guy. It's from Cards. The guy who did Cards from Humanity was selling people a box of that was literally crap from a bowl.
Then you can mail it to your boss.
Yeah, it was called the bullshit box.
Why do I imagine them selling out of that?
They did within minutes.
Why am I not surprised? You can literally sell any old crap on the internet.
It is
even crap itself.
I'm kind of running out of materials here to work with, in the sense of, I think all that has been said. You guys?
Well, let's just head to Rarity Shop and we can get materials.
What I will say is considering what other licensed and like other properties that are around in the 80s and 90s, it's not that bad. I mean, it's just silly, but it's pretty innocent. There's nothing too. I mean, obviously, other than Ganon wanting to give out more information about his own personal life than he'd like to give out normally. Other than that, which is they probably was never meant to be intended like that. But regardless, it's pretty innocent, and when you think what kids have to put up with today, I'd rather show them an episode of Captain N than say an episode of Breadwinners or Modern SpongeBob. So,
yep,
yeah,
Wait, they're continuing SpongeBob still?
Oh yeah, they've been continuing.
There's a movie out in like a month's time.
Another one?
Yes.
Yes. Stephen
God.
Hilkenberg's actually back. Oh, Hillenberg, I should say.
That's about the only glimmer of hope that I can say for the whole franchise as of right now is that Steven Hillenberg is back.
But it's the fact that the captain has joined a ship that's sunk so far it's gone underground and has actually come out the other side of the world.
Exactly.
At this point, though, the question is asking, is this too little, too late?
Well,
it's never too late to improve. It's never too late to improve something that was crap. Look at MLP. You think how crap it was in the sort of, the 90s and the early the 2000s. It's never. Let me say this: if it's one thing I've learned from any franchise, it's never too late to bring it back to life.
Yeah, but you have to understand that MLP went off the. I say went off the air in quotes here. G3 ended mid 2000s, so it's
well, technically it ended in 2009 if you include Newborn Cuties.
Okay, that's about
Newborn Cuties came out in 2009, so there was virtually no break at all.
Okay, wow, that is.
And for the record, Friendship is Magic is only popular because of 4chan. So, actually, I used to have a picture of it somewhere, but the entire fandom really started because of a single bump on 4chan.
Pretty much.
To be fair though, a lot of people accredit it to 4chan. I just accredit it to the internet in general, to be fair.
No, it was 4chan. I have a copy of the 4chan thread around.
Regardless of that, if it wasn't for 4chan, the internet, whatever, the show obviously would never have been as popular as, it is now. Without the internet, it just would not. Just, the fact that, all the episodes were readily available on YouTube, etc., etc. It's just...
Pony Archive.
It just would not have happened. Whether it had got a following without the internet is an interesting question.
We'll save that for a BWB discussion.
Yeah.
But anyway, one thing I want to note is that you say there wasn't much of a break, and okay, to be fair, that is somewhat true. But my point is that MLP did kind of have a break. I'm going to count it as such, given a literal generation gap. SpongeBob, on the other hand, is still going on.
Yeah, and I suppose the other problem with SpongeBob is the quality has been so poor for so long now that it's sort of and the fact that the show's been going on, it just doesn't seem to be much. When you consider the type of show it is, there just doesn't seem to be anywhere it can really go unless they do something like real massive wholesale changes to the format and the characters and etc.
We'll see.
Getting rid of Patrick might be a start.
Well, restoring his his actual likable nature for one.
Well, to be fair, are any of the characters likable anymore, apart from Gary?
Good point. But yeah, let that kind of stand as a testament. Yeah, where's Tim when you need him?
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
The Gary choir. Oh god! Now I've mentioned in a musical episode where we just have where we get clones of Gary singing in an orchestra.
Why not
I think
now?
YouTube has done that.
That doesn't surprise me, given all the YTPMVs and whatnots. Okay, I think go ahead.
Yeah, have them sing the Meow Mix commercial. Meow 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 meow. I would so love to see that.
The only thing I will say, I don't know whether it's because they got so burnt from doing stuff with other companies, but it's interesting to note that Nintendo haven't really done a lot of cartoons subsequently after sort of this period. I know there was that Kirby anime with horrible themed song that was done by 4Kids. There was the Donkey Kong French CGI cartoon.
Yeah,
but I remember watching that.
I have watched that one. That one's.
There really hasn't been a lot since sort of the early 90s that Nintendo has done. I think they've just been very, very afraid of basically. I'd call it the CDI game effect. Basically, after being burnt so badly after that, Nintendo have been very, very close to their chest when it comes to handing out their franchises to anyone in particular.
I think if they actually, tried to put a little, or if they put some more thought into it, it might help. But yeah, I know what you mean.
The problem with Mario though is that there's very little story to it. So I mean, that's why you ended up with the. I mean, if you think about the live action movie, they didn't really have a whole lot to work off of. So you've got to be kind of creative and take a fair few liberties when it comes to actually being able to create a an hour and a half story based around basically a plumber and his brother basically trying to rescue a princess from Bowser. So that doesn't really owe itself to a huge deep meaningful
What makes
story.
it actually interesting is that Shigeru Miyamoto himself actually approved the direction that the live action film took. He
The
said
Mario one?
Yes, he actually applauded how they took it in a different direction.
Here's how it probably went down. Mr. Miyamoto, here is the latest script from the movie. Okay, good enough. Go. But sir, you only looked at it for a second. I said go.
I'm busy creating more masterpieces for Nintendo systems. Go bother someone else.
Exactly.
To be fair, Miyamoto probably thought to himself, "Hey, I ain't gonna go and watch it, so why should I care?" We're gonna have to do that movie sometime.
Oh Lord, I know, and I am so not looking forward to that day. Although admittedly,
Speaking
I
of-
am looking forward to this. Ba-bam.
Monkey. That was basically Dennis Hopper's career basically exploding in front of him.
Didn't the critic make that joke? And that was the sound of
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper's career going down
Just
the
going
drain.
down the drain, yeah. Basically, his career just basically imploded on itself when he was just saying that line. Anyway, speaking about what we're going to be doing in future, what are we going to be doing next week?
All right, well, I got the list up here. We said we was going to possibly do some random videos, and Super Mario Brothers the movie. We've got Tentaclino, Jetsons the movie, What a Cartoons. We've got infomercials, I think. We've got Space Thunder Kids, Any Other G3 Special, Astro Boy, The Lone Ranger, Aladdin and the Adventure of All Time, Quest for Camelot, Futurama, Goosebumps TV show, Bubsy TV pilot, Teen Titans Go, The Little Panda Fighter, Breadwinners, and Batman and Robin.
What a choice. Well, Batman and Robin,
right?
we can scratch Batman and Robin off the list because I am actually going to be streaming that for Schwarzenegger month. So we can probably scratch that one off the list.
But it's such good riff material. We gotta keep it on at least.
Okay, we'll leave it on there, but we'll have to
Maybe
use
we'll
it
just
for
do it at
sometime in the future.
I would say a far future episode.
Yeah.
Let's save MLP for another day. I've got plans for that one. I'll reveal that later.
Yeah. I'm willing to lean on perhaps doing Breadwinners.
I was
because I just want to get it out of the way.
What's Breadwinners?
We'll leave it for when we actually stream it, I think. But all I can say is Breadwinners started out as a YouTube video that was basically picked up by Nickelodeon to be made into a series. It was basically made by a bunch of animators that basically wanted to entertain other animators, but it ended up entertaining nobody.
He's not kidding about this.
All I'll say is if you think that referencing things like Do a Barrel Roll in 2014 is like the height of, modern references, then you know sort of how low the bar is when it comes to Breadwinners. The other scary thing is that it was the only new cartoon that was shown on normal Nickelodeon last year in America. That's just sad.
Hey, if Annoying Orange can get a TV series, and so can this.
Wait, what?
Well, then again, so did Fred as well. So
yeah. There's been I don't know. Forgive me for saying this, Xena. I'm not trying to be mean. There's been some kind of, I'll say movement, but I say that with a, I say that only for lack of better terms, that there are shows like Annoying Orange and Fred that, of course, they originate on the internet, and as of late, like about turn of the decade, they started to get their own syndicated television shows. I am dead serious about this.
It's
and
basically
it is as bad as it
basically
sounds.
because it's basically because TV execs just have no imagination or any effort put in anymore. It's like, oh, that's popular. We'll just make more of that.
The problem is,
I mean,
you know what I find funny though is that on the internet they're of course free to have their own time, and sometimes you get things that are only 4 or 5 minutes long. And then they try and put it to TV, and they try and make it a half hour long. And I don't mean as 3 individual episodes or 2 or 3 individual episodes to space things out. No, it's one whole episode, as in something like MLP, where it's the entire story is 22 minutes long or something.
That's kind of the exact problem I had with the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. I didn't have a problem with the show itself because each episode was like only about maybe 15 minutes long, but then they tried taking that same premise and stretching it out to 90 minutes, and that just did not work at all.
Oh, trust me, we'll get to good cartoons not working being stretched out when we eventually probably do the Beast with a Billion Backs for Futurama. God, I'm not looking forward to doing that. I hate that film with an app. Seriously, I will actually rage. That is how much I hate that movie. I don't say hate very often when it thinks the things I don't like, but I genuinely hate that movie.
So are we doing Breadwinners next week?
I think we are.
I'll put it on the list.
All right.
Still, I kind of saying it to get it out the way.
Well, that's fine then if we're going to be doing that. All right. So next week, guys, Breadwinners. Oh.
Yay.
Maybe
By
we
the
should
way,
bounce
if you
out
look
by
at the characters, they're supposed to be ducks. That's all I'm going to say. If you ever look up any images of the main characters, Badooz and Sway, I believe is their names. Yeah, the stupid names, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, they're supposed to be ducks. That's all I'm going to say before we actually go to.
I'm not going to look up anything about this, and I'm going to go in there blind.
I am too, because I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it, and I don't intend to actually do so.
I don't know whether you guys are smart or not for doing that.
Well, I'm not smart because I do seem to pick up all the rubbish and go, this looks like a good idea.
I say that in the sense that we're going to go in, you guys are going to be going, what the hell is that? Or, if you do figure out, you're going to go, oh gosh, why do we have to do this? Kind of thing. That's all.
That's why. I mean, I don't want any clues going in.
Okay, noted. So now I have to have the honor of picking through it and finding terrible episodes.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll help you with that.
Okay, thank you. Anyway,
I can help you with that.
Anyway, before we start dispelling any more of our methods and what we're going to be doing, why don't we wrap this up on the stream end, guys? Thank you, everyone, for stopping by for our CQRiffs. Hope you enjoyed the show.
And remember, folks, to do the Mario.
Oh, and don't put
it in your mouth. Internet high five, smack.
See y'all next Saturday, guys. And don't forget to stop by tomorrow for BWB.